Hey everyone, what's up? Ashleigh Yates here, your local realtor in the Castle Rock, Colorado area. And today I'm going to be talking to you about the home buying process. So this goes out to all my first-time home buyers who are thinking about purchasing a home for the very first time. But before I begin, go ahead, like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. That way you don't miss any of my weekly video drops. All right, so let's get into it. The home buying process. A lot of people think, all right, we're gonna go buy a home. Let's call up a realtor. Let's go look at some homes, pick one out, and let's add it to the cart, and we are done. But that's not quite how it works, okay? There are some very important steps that you have to do first before you go looking at houses. So here we go. This is the 10 steps to the home buying process. So step number 1 is going to be getting pre-approved. What does that mean? You need to speak to a mortgage advisor, a lender, and get pre-approved. They need to look at your financials and tell you based off how much money you make, how much your debt to income ratio is, the interest rates, mortgage interest rates are, and they're gonna tell you, okay, based off all of this data, you can afford a loan of X, and that means you should be looking at houses up to this number, okay? So to get pre-approved, you're gonna get with a lender. You want to prepare your credit and set a budget. When you get with that lender, some things that they're gonna need is your W-2s. So usually I believe it's the last 2 years of W-2s. You're going to need your bank statements, your entire bank statements, the full statement for the last 2 months. You're also gonna need your most recent 2 pay stubs, and they're gonna run your credit, okay? So if you have issues on your credit and you're thinking about buying in the next, 6 to 12 months, work on paying off your debts and repairing your credit, all right? Once the lender gets all that information, they're going to give you a pre-approval letter. Once you have that pre-approval letter, we are good to rock and roll and start looking at houses, because that's really going to determine your buying power and how much house you can afford. And in a market like today's market, where it's super competitive, if you can afford a home that is up to $500,000, you probably should be looking at homes from $400,000 to $450,000. So you are able to put in an offer that doesn't exceed your budget, but falls within your means and still can be competitive, okay? Once you meet with your agent, AKA me, we're gonna discuss your budget. We are going to research the different areas that you're interested in living. And then, we're gonna start talking about your wants, your needs, your hard yes or your hard no's, and the things that you would like to have but are maybe negotiable. And then we're gonna start looking at homes, okay? Then the third step is finding your home. After we tour the homes, you find one you like, we are gonna put an offer in, okay? And when we put in your offer, I'm going to prepare a comp list. And this comp list is gonna show you what homes are selling for in that area that are similar to the home that you are hoping to purchase, okay? This is gonna let you know if you are overpaying, if you are getting a screaming deal, or if your offer is fair based on the current market value, okay? And during this process of submitting your offer, negotiations can happen. You may go back and forth and receive counter offers, or your offer will get accepted or potentially rejected if someone else has put in a better offer. Let's assume that your offer gets accepted. You go ahead and you're going to sign the contract, and then you open what we call escrow or opening title. And what that is you then submit your contract to a third party who is going to handle the financials, okay? And immediately after you get into contract, I always suggest my buyers get their inspections done. So that's going to be a thorough home inspection that goes over everything in the property, okay? Outside, inside, all of the major appliances and mechanisms of the home, okay? If you discover any issues, then negotiations may happen for repair requests, or you have the option to back out. Usually most people negotiate repairs with the seller, and everyone goes into a contract with good faith that they want this contract to go through, and people try to be reasonable to make things happen. You're also gonna need an appraisal. So the appraisal has to do with the value of the home. You have an appraiser come out and they're gonna look at comparable sales and say, yes, this home you are purchasing for $500,000 meets and is at value, exceeds value, or I'm so sorry, but you're overpaying and this home only appraises at $450,000. And from there, you're going to have to either negotiate. If it comes in at value, no big deal, you're good to go. Or potentially, if you don't have the funds to meet an appraisal gap, then negotiate or back out. You're gonna get a title commitment. The title company is gonna send you a title insurance policy, and they're going to check the title and make sure there are no liens or anything on the property that you need to be alarmed about. And once all of those steps happen, you're on to step 9, which basically all these documents get to the lender. They're gonna be double checking your finances again. They will check your unemployment again prior to closing, okay? So don't go and buy a car during the escrow period. That's like the number one no. No making any huge purchases. Don't buy a vehicle. Don't lose your job while you are in contract to buy a home. Okay, these are things that could really affect the home buying process. And the 10th and final step is closing. Here in Colorado, we table sign, which means you show up, you sign your docs, and you own your home right there. Back in California, where I also sell real estate, we sign all of our documents ahead of time. On closing, we send it to the recording office, and once it records, then you own the home. So if you have any questions about the home buying process, I know that was a really quick video on the different steps. I also have some correspondence I can send you. And if you need any lenders, feel free to reach out to me via text, email, or a phone call. All right, everyone, thanks so much. Take care and have a great day.